So here's a tip for those of you who own an interchangeable needle set and who like to do knitting in the round on 2 circular needles. The chances are that your interchangeable needle set only comes with one pair each of each needle size. And so you might think that in order to work on 2 circular needles to knit in the round, you would need to go out and buy a second needle in the size that you're using. But in fact, there's a trick you can use, and that is with one of your cables, attach the size needle that you're using to one end and a smaller needle to the other end. For instance, I've got an 11 here and I've got a 9 attached to the other end. And then on my second cable, I've got my other 11 and my other 9. And so what you'll do is knit off of the 9s, so the 9s are the smaller one. I've got all my cables tangled up. What you'll do is knit off the smaller one using the larger size needle, the one that you want to be knitting with. So I'm knitting with my 11 and knitting off the 9, and what happens is, because you're knitting onto your needle the needle that you want to be using, the one that you're knitting off of doesn't necessarily need to be the same size, because it doesn't affect your gauge at all. This is what's creating your gauge, right? This guy's just basically holding your stitches as you knit them off. So in that way you are able to knit in the round on 2 circs without actually having to buy a second needle in the size that you need.